Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to give you a quick rundown on the VHS texture pack I just released, show you how you can add the real popular VHS look to your footage and editing projects. Plus I want to show you two extra secret tips how you can really sell that VHS look in the end. Just two quick little hints on effects which you already have in your editing software, which you can use to really give your footage that old VHS look. So let's just jump right into Premiere Pro, and this is just my editing software of choice. You can use any editing software you want. And as you can see, I already have the VHS pack loaded in right here. I have all my textures and transitions, and down here I have just a little sequence of 3 clips which I want to use to show you how the textures work. So let's just start by adding the first texture, and here's just the texture itself. You of course have to set up the blend mode to make it work, which we will do right here. There are a lot of different blend modes you can use for this. The most useful will probably be lighten, screen, and color dodge. Just let's see what they do. So as you can see, lighten looks like this. It doesn't add too much contrast. Screen looks like this. Seems like it even takes the contrast out a little bit more. And color dodge looks like this, which is kind of more like a contrasty blend mode. As you can see, the blacks are really black again as they are in the original footage, but it looks a little bit more subtle in the end. So this really depends on what's the look you're going for. I tend to switch a lot between all of them, even in just one project or one sequence, because it always depends on like really what you're going for, what the texture looks like, what the transition looks like. So this is just the first one, and yeah, it already looks really cool. I really like that VHS look because it's not as common as like the Super 8 or the 16mm look, which is like really used a lot in the last years in music videos and even in commercials. But VHS just adds a little more roughness to the footage, I feel like. So I really like that. I like that mixed format approach for editing because it just adds more texture to your footage. So yeah, this is the first one. Just let's watch it again. And if we would set this to screen, it would just look like this. Just a little less contrasty, more dirty, more VHS-ish if you want. So let's just go through a few more of these textures. I mean, if you have the pack, you can just look at all of them and decide which one you like the most. I'm just gonna show you how they work in a real project. So this is just another one, even more dirty, and in the background you hear my MacBook Pro fan going crazy. Yeah, but this is really cool. And what I like the most about this is that by just switching up the blend mode, you can make them look really different. Like this and this doesn't just look like the same texture. So essentially you get like 9 textures, but with this 3 blend mode approach, you essentially have like 27 textures. So yeah, that's that. Just let's go for another one. This is like also not that subtle, but yeah, really nice look. And of course there are also transitions in there. which essentially work the same. Just grab them, look at what's the piece you want to use for your clip transition, and I guess we just want to use that. And it's the same, you can switch up the 3 blend modes, and you see that it just always does something different to the original footage. Like for this, I would probably go with maybe lighten. Yeah, lighten just looks the best. Just go with lighten. And yeah, this is just, it's really easy to use. You can't go wrong with them. Just play around, look what looks best to you, and just go with it. I think this is a great pack to give you a starting point for your editing work and to give you a lot of tools for adding that rough VHS look to your footage. I really love them. And now let's just see how you can even take this VHS look a little further with some built-in effects that are in Premiere Pro, and they are definitely also in DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. They will probably just have a different name, so you maybe have to look them up on the internet. I'm just going to show you what I like to do. So to add a little bit more movement, which like matches with all the scan lines, I like to use a little scan effect to my footage. In Premiere Pro we do this with the wave warp, which is a distortion effect. So we just add this, and then we go down here. We set the direction to 100 degrees so that the lines go like this. And then it's just all about your taste. Like, you really have to dial in the settings, and you definitely want to go to smooth noise. It just looks a little bit too crazy, but maybe like this. And this looks actually pretty cool. I think the waves are a little bit too much, but let's just see how we can change this up again. Okay, so this is a little bit too crazy, but I think if we dial this back, like this can get like really subtle. Let's just turn off this crazy effect so that everything runs a little bit smoother in here. Really sorry for the fan noise. Okay, this looks actually pretty funny, and I think you get the idea. All this does is it adds like some horizontal lines to your footage, which really amplify those static scan lines from the texture pack, and therefore just really sell the VHS effect. So make sure to play around with this effect if you want to take the VHS look even a little bit further. And there's also another thing you can do, and another effect you can use, which is also probably available in every other editing software, which is the channel blur. Maybe we just add this like to another one. Let's add it to this one. And what this does is it lets you blur just the 3 color channels, like red, green and blue. And we maybe have to zoom in a little bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. So if we just say we like put here, I can say 10, and with this we can say maybe 5, and there you already go. And for this we just say like 15. Okay, and there you go. This is what I'm talking about. What this effect does, it gives you that like color blur which a lot of old VHS footage has. And this is maybe just a little bit too much because it blurs the image too much in my opinion. So maybe we just say 7 and 3. Let's see what this does. Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. And if we now say we take the wave warp from the other clip, we add this in here. Maybe just take this even a little bit down. And now let's see what we've got. Okay, this looks pretty good to me. You probably could even turn down the wave warp a little bit more so it's not that warpy, like, I think you know what I mean. These are just some really easy ways to amplify that VHS look you're going for and to get the most out of your footage. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you really liked the VHS texture pack I just put out. The link is in the description below. Make sure to check out my shop for more products. Like I have some LUTs, some Super 8 grain, and there's a lot more stuff coming soon. So make sure to check it out. And that's it. I hope to see you guys in the next video.